Power fans, gather around because there are amazing updates from Power Origins, which will be the most exciting spin-off ever, where we will watch the birth of that legendary partnership between Tommy and Ghost that began in Queens, and I cannot wait to tell you all about it. How did Tommy and Ghost meet? How will Kanan and Breeze be involved in the story? Who are the iconic characters we will see in the series? Let's take a look together at what we will see in Power Origins. First of all, we need to briefly talk about what might happen in the finale of Raising Kanan. Because, as you know, Tommy and Ghost entering this dark world happens thanks to Kanan and Breeze. In Season 5, which will be the final season of Raising Kanan, things will literally explode and Queens will turn into a full-on war zone. As you know, Kanan had stood up to Rock in the Season 4 finale, and it looks difficult for Kanan to reunite with his mother again. For this reason, we will watch Kanan partnering up with Unique and Breeze. However, in the finale of the series, because the true powers in Queens will be Kanan and Breeze, we may see these ambitious young men eliminating their rivals one by one. For this reason, in Power Origins, we may see that there is no trace left of Rock, Marvin, Lulu, Snaps, Pop, and Unique in Queens, and that most of the drugs on the streets are being sold by Kanan and Breeze. Alright, now let's talk about how Tommy and Ghost will get involved in the situation. First of all, I think we will watch Tommy and Ghost's childhoods through flashbacks in the series, because in Power we learned very important things about the past of this duo. In the series, we will see young James St. Patrick living quite a peaceful life with his father. We will learn that his father owned a nightclub and that James grew up dreaming of opening his own nightclub one day, inspired by him, but unfortunately this peaceful life will be turned upside down by a tragedy. One day, when James's father is about to inform the police about drug dealers, he will be shot and killed by those drug dealers. And we will see James, who will be portrayed by Spence Moore, moving into his best friend Tommy's home, who will be portrayed by Charlie Mann, and growing up as brothers. So how did Tommy and James meet? Now let's take a look at Tommy's story. As you know, Tommy's story is also quite tragic. In Power Origins, he will be living with his drug addict and manipulative mother, Kate Egan, who will be portrayed by Jennifer Farren. And one day, when Tommy is bullied in their neighborhood for being the only white kid, James will protect him, and this legendary duo will meet this way. Then Tommy and James will grow closer and closer, and when James's father dies, Tommy and Kate will be the ones who open their home to James. But from this point on, we will see Tommy and James gradually stepping into the underworld. Together, they will sell drugs on street corners on their own. And because they are quite successful at this, Kanan and Breeze, the leading drug dealers in Queens, will notice them and take them under their wings. At this point, I think the flashback scenes will end and our real story will begin. Because as you know, Charlie Mann and Spence Moore too are quite a bit older. For this reason, in the series, Tommy and James will probably have been working with Kanan and Breeze for 2 or 3 years. And I think we will watch Tommy and James's real rise in Power Origins, because we absolutely need to watch what happens between James and Breeze. At this point, Breeze will see the potential inside James, and I cannot wait to see Breeze giving James the nickname Ghost because he never gets caught by the police. Most likely because Ghost will become quite successful in these jobs with Breeze's support. He will want to rise even further, and at this point, we will finally see that long-awaited Ghost and Breeze confrontation. On the other hand, I think we will see Kanan keeping Tommy and Ghost under control in the middle of this conflict. I am extremely excited because we will be able to watch how Kanan acted like an older brother to Tommy and Ghost and taught them the ins and outs of the game. If you are asking whether we will only watch Tommy and Ghost's rise in the criminal world, of course not, because a Power spinoff absolutely cannot exist without romance and intrigue. And contrary to what we expected, because the series will tell the story after Ghost and Tommy meet Kanan and Breeze, we will not see Ghost's breakup with Angela, but instead we will see his meeting with Tasha. And I am unbelievably excited because we will see Tasha, who will be portrayed by Zuri Reed. She looks incredibly similar to Naturi Naughton, and is also a very talented actress. And even better, we will be able to watch how intelligent Tasha is and how she gives Ghost important strategies as he rises in this criminal world. Of course, first we will see this duo bonding romantically. I also think we will see quite interesting scenes between Kanan and Tasha in the series. As you know, in Power, Tasha never liked Kanan and made plans to get rid of him. However, Kanan was quite fond of Tasha. Most likely, in Power Origins, we may see many scenes where Kanan bothers Tasha, but I think Tasha will be uncomfortable with Kanan's interest and will ask a Ghost to keep him away. This interesting relationship between them will definitely be one of the most intriguing topics in Power Origins. As for Tommy, I can say that in the series, he will definitely not fall behind Ghost in terms of love life, because we will watch Tommy with Jill Wexler, portrayed by Lizzie DeClement, a nurse who is insanely in love with Tommy, who can put Tommy in his place when needed, who is sharp-tongued and ambitious. I cannot wait to see what Tommy did in this passionate relationship during his youth. The liveliest scenes of the series will definitely come from the arguments between this couple. Alright, now let's get to the most important part. When will we be able to watch Power Origins? Unfortunately, there is no confirmed release date yet, but the filming is going full speed and we can say that it will wrap soon. As for this exciting first season consisting of 18 episodes, I think we will be able to watch it in Christmas 2026. However, if post-production takes longer, early 2027 could also be a suitable date for the release of the series. Alright, now it is your turn. Are you excited for Power Origins? What kind of stories do you think we will see? Let's meet in the comments. Meanwhile, to find out what might happen in Season 3 of Beauty in Black, check out this video.